If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Get away from your daily stress with a Grenada vacation at the Coyaba Beach Resort. Coyaba is located on the world-famous Grand Anse Beach and boasts 5.5 acres of beautiful garden. We offer excellent service, good food and drink, well-appointed rooms and friendly staff in a safe environment. Facilities include 2 restaurants, 2 bars, swimming pool, water sports, tennis, gym and body treatment rooms. Call 473-444-4129.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance from the maple.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to We Culture. Of course, last week we were not here because we made way for the Independence Calypso Monarch competition, and so we're back this week. We are continuing with the discussion we started 2 weeks ago, that is highlighting some of the businesses or remembering some of the businesses that are no longer with us. Maybe some of the buildings are still there, but in some cases there's nothing happening, and in other instances there's other businesses. Some have changed hands over the years, and it's really nice recalling some of them. So we're back this week from Independence Calypso last week, and let me say here and now that as usual they thief again, and they always thief, but I mean there's nothing we can do about it. They go thief, and we had to do a program on that, and the name of the program is The Thief, because they always thief. And anyway, let's welcome the team tonight. Of course, I have to start with the lady boy. She gets my attention as soon as she log in. Fella, what, man?
I wonder why I got your attention.
I don't know.
Is it because of how I look? I look so tired.
I
look beat up.
You look beat up?
Mash up.
Careful that your next thing police calling us, quick to hear this thing about beat up.
Not that kind of beat up.
Not that kind of beat up?
Not that kind of beat up.
Yeah. No, I know dog hand no fast.
No, gentleman.
When he hands slow, even with giving change. So you have to worry about that. You have to worry about that. Even giving change, he hands slow.
No. But I want to say good evening to all of you tonight. It's a pleasure to be back with you. I was grateful for the break. I'm not gonna lie. Scholar, you could do with the extra one.
With the extra, dude. Yeah.
Don't bother with scholar, lie, because all he talking about last week, we ain't doing thing, we having independence and perhaps the thief. So you guys, you know, like, well, thief. Scholar, the thief.
You mean?
They always thief.
Oh, God.
Yeah, boy. So what do you say, boy?
Well, we there, poke, one polite. We watching tricks, and at the same time, you know, we ready to go again. I mean, we have to rejuvenate ourselves. I mean, Reece Sam telling you last week, you know, last week in all the commotion, all the kaiso, I called Reece about 50 something times. I was like 57 times.
How is that?
Yeah, 57 times in about 15 minutes. Because I had to get something for a piece of presentation and she had it. So I wanted to go up by her. But me and know if she did, because I know when we called that time she was come late. But sometimes you know I can't inside the car park. So I don't know I can't inside the car park. I called Reece 57 times and Reece never answered. When I said I will chance it, I'll go by Reece. When I reach up by Reece, DJ music, if you hear loud music, Reece can hear. Reece at the energy house. I mean, that.
What, Papa?
But there was always a time to free up. That was a day off.
So Reece, how come you have fet and you tell us? How come you have fet and you tell us?
No, we just free up and a bottle of wine and some music entertainment.
Okay, but come on, 75.
So that was updated.
Within a shot.
That why you ain't saying nothing, man. That why you ain't saying nothing. Huh?
He didn't see you. He didn't see you.
No, I don't find.
What you should have done was come to the car. You are not the blade you would have get.
Well, peep, boy, see not now looking for the head. But I see nothing.
So that white position, man.
Right, today, before I am unable to get a chance to slip this in today, I met a young man, and I think this young man is doing something very similar, or did something over the years, started way before us, and continue to, in a sense, create this nostalgia and recreating things that we used to do in the 60s, and I just feel the need to give him some flowers, to big him up. I think everybody, I mean, not that he did not get his accolade in some different avenues before, but this man is Joseph Rome from Waka. And I just want to see, I think it's such a wonderful, on his own volition, his own resources, recreating the old time large train, the collected all, the carriers we used to go to school with, to the pan and them, the mash, how you call it, the Indian grater, the pan cup, the cross-cut saw, the corn meal. I mean, talk about it. Rome has it in semi-official museum. So I just thought it was so nice. It would be so nice, to really give him some flowers and let him know that I think a lot of us are better off, and I hope that the schools around are using opportunities to take their children and to sometime, go to him and go to him as well. That is how we used to do it a long time before. Now we have come a long way, but it was always good. It is always good to remind it of what we used to do.
That's how you call the man museum semi-official?
Well,
that's the semi-official museum.
Doc, I hope you know, Rome does listen to that program every night, Rome does listen to that program every Friday night. Romy and what
Yes,
you say?
I told you. I met him. So okay, well, he's well. Maybe I don't know a better term, scholar. Well,
Rome Museum?
Rome Museum.
The man have his sign on the place, you know?
Yes.
Hold on. Rome Museum official and the official museum.
We have a museum?
Correct. Correct. And he has a lot more to learn. Yes, correct.
Rome is museum.
But let me tell you all something. No, Doc, you were saying that you were
surprised that his name was Jose. I know people say Rome, but
nah,
they heard that it was actually Rome.
His work is well documented. In fact, I have a 2-part documentary in his museum. We did that,
right.
and it's there in the archives. I know schools have gone because when we did that program, we edit quite a few times, and I know he got quite a bit of visits from schools and other people. Yes. And so his work is well documented. I mean, a lot of the things that we've spoken on the program here, a lot of it, you can find recreation at his museum.
Right.
So that
and also what I find quite interesting, I don't know if you ever Kala also you spoke to him. He also has this wealth of knowledge of this around plants and local treatment and remedies for different things. And I mean, he's so unfortunate, Godfrey, that sometimes that something may befall, may happen to him. God forbid that we are unable to record some of his information, not just on the physical things that he is now showcasing, but on some of the knowledge that it relates to the plant and treatment, etc. Yeah, he has a wealth of information.
Yeah, no, Rome is he's done some great work. Great work in Walker.
So Rome, take a bow, my brother. Take a bow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, you tune into that.
Definitely. So guys, we continuing from where we left off 2 weeks ago, and but today me and Doc was liming in Grenville. All me and Doc liming in Grenville all the time. And Scholar, let me tell you something. Doc does give people a change. I don't like what you say about the man, because I was there with the man for a long time, and everybody would come, they get change.
Let me tell you something. Doc didn't used to give people a change before I talk about things.
So
talk about the Doc's not giving change.
So he knows how to get change.
That change, yeah. That change, and he gives people a change.
He changed.
Scholar,
Well,
a lot of people say to me on several occasions, well, why is Scholar? Well, I mean, they usually mention Godfrey partner in crime sometimes. Why is Scholar not give you such a hard time?
Yeah.
I say he's a mischief maker. He's actually the mischief maker on the program.
Yeah.
So let me tell you. Me and Doc Lime today for a long time in Grenville, and let me tell you something. Scholar, you mustn't say when Doc tell you he get a lot of feedback is not true. Real people pass and check Doc. All come pass and check Doc. I see Doc day. And people check us. And mind you, and hold on. And a man come and he say he's long he looking for me and Doc, because Rose Hill people vex, and anytime they could attack Chantimel because you come and lie on Rose Hill people on the program.
That man elephant, that man does forget that.
And I will call his name. Shine.
By Shine say.
Shine from Rose Hill.
What they call them fellas, the man Shine say. Doc, what's his name? Was it Hurricane 17 or something like that?
I wonder if it's Hurricane 7.
17. It's
Hurricane 17?
Something like that. He said them that go down and stop Scholar Father and them, because they used to really get on. So we say we have to let you know what's going on. And Rosy people well vexed.
Hurricane 17 was shine on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiny
I guess it was shine on there, but no, I think
Shiny
it's about hurricanes.
Yeah, but he's saying them that go and stop your father and them.
Alright, well, we go take that. We go take that up in our next take that up.
So
we got to get some exports. You know, see how we don't get exports. So we got to bring Shine, and we got to bring our man from Chantimel and let him battle it out. Because Shine and them fine are kind of youngish still anything. So I remember. But
you hear what Shine say? Shine say when they playing thing you didn't ban yet. Why you know about that?
You know, Godfrey, what is really interesting about these things, I mean, when the villagers, because he claimed that they basically had the biggest job ban, and it's in St. Patrick's and maybe in Grenada. When Godfrey said, no, boy, not in Grenada, because we had a Boguville Homa jab one time. But people take so much pride in like you can't really bad talk Chantimel Shatney because people in Chantimel get upset. You can't bad talk Roseville Shatney.
There's ownership, yeah, man.
Ownership. Homity Stadium is the best. People claim they are the best. Waterloo, Shatney, they claim they are the best. I mean, and I just see so much fun. Like everybody claiming, so people owning the team.
Doc, all of them, they taking the example and they taking the head from Reece Sam.
I don't understand why am I getting drawn into this. I will hear Waterloo, things start to bite you.
They don't take the direction from. And when telling I'm waiting on her tonight, because remember she gave us the week before a whole list, a place, hotel, and I'm gonna think what thing was. Room, hotel, and thing. And then she says she going and get Maran and Grada and the moon. So we said
what Maran and Grada?
Yeah. Waiting for black. So I hope you come prepared.
No, I don't come prepared.
Oh, so who's you again?
I hope your mom will get boss because it feels like you're more prepared.
Well, you will boss, but I just want to say that because as Doc was speaking about that, the truth is that after the week before program, when we received it out, she long pieces and she long Bible.
She thesis.
From everything. Between me and you, I get about by people I never even know. I don't even know how to get the number. And they WhatsApp it me. People from St. Patrick's and the environs. And so they vex with receive. And they think, what else do you? Tell her receive this and tell her receive that. And they receive raise some people blood pressure.
Like you have vex with
like how you like how you raise Rosie people blood pressure?
Like how I raise Rosie people blood pressure. Receive raise blood pressure. When we started talk about hotel and all kind of thing. Tell us grinding as meal.
Yeah, that receive between me and you. That one hit all. I like that bit our cockfight. Hotel is more. But anyway, Doc, we ready to like on all here from Redmore City. So Doc, let me go.
Well, just starting. Let me start home base. I mean, charity begins at home. We had a soft drink factory.
Yeah.
Soft drink factory in Tivoli.
Well, hold on. One correction. Soft drink is just yesterday. Say the thing right.
The drink.
A sweet drink factory. No, let me go. A sweet drink. Yeah.
That wasn't Tivoli proper.
Yeah.
Tivoli proper.
Okay.
But anyway, I was
find what happened there.
argue that several times.
Yeah.
You see what you just described? The shopping. When people hear that happening, they copy and they go here and think, I just feel that whole sweet drink there is a copy. They have go off and home and soft drink and so sweet drink company. No, they come with sweet drink company too.
No. We are with facts.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Doc, come start out.
I find you making up that intro.
No, man.
Well, man, hair jacks.
Mr. Hair Jack.
Hair jacks.
And I tell all you about Mr. Hair Jacks already.
And very, very close to where I live.
Yeah.
He had a switching factory there that was making that. And then moving straight into Grand Carlton, what we call Sky High. Scholar, if you ever hear about Sky High Junction?
Yeah.
Sky High Junction is the same as Carlton Junction.
Yeah. But Mr. Dennis Noel there.
Yeah, so they had also a sweet drink plant there that was making their own drinks and bottling and selling. So that was good. Grenville proper itself had close to 4 different gas station, and we learned today that there was a windmill actually.
Yes. Yes.
Water in Grenville. That was quite interesting. And then where we now have courts.
There's a what? Hold on. What was that?
A windmill.
It was not a big business. No, Cascade.
Hold on. Wait. Pause a little. Godfrey.
Yeah.
We also take flex, and the Phoenix, we cut in the Phoenix box, and we put a piece.
No, not that.
You put Phoenix and then you put a piece to prop it up there, and now that we meet.
No, that. No, but listen, listen to the thing. That good thing.
Yeah. That was one to help pump all, Grenville is on the sea level.
Yeah.
So that is to help pump all the water, etc. So we learned that. And then where is the building? Coates now. Coates. Prior to we had Byright. And then we had Kipalanis.
Not Byright. T. Noble Smith.
And then we had T. Noble Smith.
Yeah, Noble Smith was before Kapalani.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm descending in the order.
Right.
So code. Yeah.
So what T. Noble Smith and him used to sell?
Noble Smith sell all kind of thing. They used to sell all different things. And actually, what I learned, like Noble Smith was, in other words, what the big shot, so to speak. People who had nutmeg and thing, and they have a little more money, they would go by Noble Smith and shop.
That was a more affluent store.
In fact, I was talking to my mom about it, and she was saying like people from Parkley, those people who had plenty nutmeg land and all this kind of thing, and them, that's where they go in and shop. But
that we cut it now.
Yeah, that we cut it now. So after Noble Smith, you had then Kopalani came.
Okay.
And then Coates.
Right. What else again?
We had a
the actual building right to the what you call the Courtney building. So that is where you have there is a pharmacy right now. I think it's Gittles Pharmacy. That there was a restaurant there.
Yeah.
And in that restaurant there was this man they called Django. For matter of fact, right out in the car park there was actually a really beautiful flamboyant tree. Not on the left hand side by the Y building, but so there were actually restaurants there that was there before. And they always talk about this man, this Django. I really have lost exactly what he used to do. But we had this CPU restaurant that was located in that area.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the places had butter shoe stores. So Grenville was very known for that. And where is now American House, or the Hotel American House, which was some Syrians so right now they call Tiger.
Yeah.
That was the American one time, and now it is Hackney. And this was by the McCartneys at one time. And where actually is the NIS building in Grenville, that is to call, was it Granby's?
Yeah, Granby's. Yeah, they used to sell nice cloth and thing. In those days, you're gonna buy a cloth to make your clothes. In those days you had seamstress and tailor. So you're gonna get all your nice cloth there and you're making my mom was also telling me that some of these people who had these stores and so, when you see they going in this store, they dressing up you. We swear say well it's some kind of they go to legends in concert, you know. The only legends in concert plus dress up to go so, you know. But they used to dress to go to work. Real dress up. And remember that the guy tell us where you now have Mayfair and Shoppers Paradise. That was a lady they called Miss Frank. That was Miss Frank Stowe. And actually my mom confirmed that for me too. She was a short-faced skin lady married to a police officer. And they too used to sell other cloth. So they had this kind of variety stores where they did all of these things.
But as you mentioned that I just not recalling some of the names, but what was very interesting that a lot of ladies or entrepreneurs, business owners, in Chorley Grenville area, so I think that was quite interesting. Grenville also has this a lot of landmarks where you had they actually had how you call that, an aquarium, not an aquarium, not really an aquarium. I'm trying to a fountain, water fountain, just on the side of the police station is right now. And Grenville was lit by lamps. They had special lamp posts. This in strategic areas. And those lamp posts every 6 o'clock somebody would pass. I don't know if they put kerosene or whatever. So there is actually where I am based middle in the car park. There is a remnant of a footing of the lamp pole that was there, that is still there. So I guess other persons would fill in as we continue. Grenville, and I guess we will continue moving through the island.
That was also dark because I'd made a couple of good notes myself. You remember the gentleman told us that they had about 4 funeral agencies in Grenville. Because he mentioned a gentleman called Mr. Billy. Then you had McQueen. I actually remembered McQueen. I didn't know of Mr. Billy. But he said he couldn't remember the other two. The other one was Archibald, and then there was another one. But he said he couldn't remember the name. And I don't know about it either. Then he told us about the McLaren store.
Right.
Yeah, and that store was where you have the Salim building now. That's on the opposite side of where Quad Bank now is. So that big building on the side, they adjoining Paramount store. What used to be Miss Bell. So that was McLaren, and then you had on the other side a man called Mr. Hutchinson.
Right.
Yeah, Hutchinson.
But Hutchinson had, and you remember, next thing we note is I think the Nayak, I think a long time ago I mentioned about this Robert Nayak that actually came out of Parklet and started the selling of nutmeg. The same Robert Nayak at one time owned almost half of Grenville. The entire block from Cooperative Bank going right up, almost adjoining what you is it McLaren's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the entire block. So this Robert Naik and them who had started as farmers from the Indian indentured people, they had owned a lot. So in Grenville, they did well there. But Godfrey, just thinking about it, two of the older stores, as I mentioned, is the Paramount store.
Yeah, well, that was Miss Bell. That was Miss Bell's store.
Miss Bell, and then the other one that seemed to be long lasting also is Miss Ali.
Yeah, Miss Ali is still there. Miss Ali is still
those,
there.
Have not changed hand in a lot of years. I think to me.
Original, yeah.
That's the two stores.
Godfrey, I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
It's rather funny, because that seems to be a thread that runs through everything else. Because when was it? Sunday gone. I was speaking with Lefties and an ex-fellow from Carriacou. And they're not talking about the program. And I was telling them we need somebody from Carriacou, to speak about businesses and so on. And then man tell me he had 5 gas stations in Carriacou.
Yeah.
In the 60s. You have to wonder, because back then, I mean, he didn't have much people. So what they used to put gas in donkey? What that gas station is going to have all this gas station go up at 5, Carriacou at 5, Grenville at 4.
Then you still have a long, and then you had along the road, Because remember we had in Paradise, we had in Tivoli, we had in
we had one in Dunfermline.
we had one in Dunfermline, yes. Condeland.
Or just on the entrance to the airport.
You had one in Paradise Junction by Susan.
But what?
Them listen, you have to understand, this big boat, them, no.
So you have to get gas often.
But them big boat bus, I mean, you see the size of the gas tank? Under them big boat bus?
I think also, I believe it was a money-making venture for some people. Just like how young guys come up, somebody's barbecuing, it seems like they're making their money, and it somebody come next door. So, Scala is making their money. If he set up a barbecue stand, she want to make some money too. I have set up my own barbecue stand. So in the very short distance, in close proximity, there are several barbecue stands because one person developed that as an entrepreneur and everybody else just follow suit. That is my explanation I could give for all the various gas stations that emerged. Right. Somebody was making something and everybody else, you know,
yeah. Let's take our first break. When we come back, we're going to take some Facebook comments and then we'll open the line early tonight. So stay with us, folks. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Broadcast.
Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the fountain.
You can now send a gift card to your loved ones locally or internationally thanks to the food fair. Here's how it works. Click the gift card icon or banner. Customize your gift card by choosing from different templates, dollar amount, and personalized messages. You can also upload your personal design. Select Add to Cart and complete transaction. Allow relatives and friends to pick up an item or items at the food fair for the dollar value. Gift card. It's that easy.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority. Opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theatre.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Have you heard about the new Softweave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Softweave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Softweave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco.
Welcome back to We Culture, and we just continue to look at some of the businesses that are no longer with us. Reece, I know we have some comments on our Facebook page. Let's bring them in one time, and then we'll go to the telephone after.
Yes, let's do that. So we have Zavid is saying, hello, good night, We Culture. Who remember the days of liming in Grenville by the disco on a weekend? Then Ingrid contributed Batter Shoe Store, Major Ice Factory. Kenny saying Django used to show movie. Grenada Sunshine. Edward St. Louis was the proprietor of Seaview Restaurant. Jose is saying, good night, We Culture fam. Tonight I want to give 3 flowers to 3 individuals who came first, second, and third in the Independence Calypso show and wasn't given their fair positions. Philandi, the one that sang Anything, and the young lady from Mount Craven. Kenny Blair said Mrs. Bell. Grenada Sunshine, Mr. Felix Hamlet was a shopkeeper on Albert Street. Cynthia said McLaren was first a supermarket, then they had a store. Grenada Sunshine again, Mrs. Allen had a fabric store on Albert Street also. Jose, Grenville was known for the place of funeral agencies and late movies. Cynthia, Mrs. Bat also had a store facing the market. Grenada Sunshine again, Miss Williams opposite the police station. Anne contributed Sam the shoemaker. Cynthia, there was a guy who made shoes named to Miss Ali. Ingrid, anybody remember Pan's shop? Then we have Jose saying every time you hear about gas price, PM always have the lowest price per gallon. But funny, Peter Martinic don't have a gas station. They have to take the boat to Carriacou to purchase the gas. That's very funny. Carrie saying, good night to my favorite. Do you know why Grenville was called the cricketing town? There was a bowler at each end and batter in the middle. We culture. Funny. Grenada Sunshine is saying Mr. Patterson had a drugstore on Victoria Street close to the NLA office. Also, Grenada Sunshine Phantom and his wife, Mrs. Mitchell, had a knick-knack store next to the Nutmeg Pool on Victoria Street. Okay, good night, Veronica. Jose saying, as a little boy, my parents used to take us to Grenville Christmas Eve to get toys, and after we would walk the town of Sutton to window shop or get what we didn't get from Grenville, while people from Grenville come into Sutton to shop and go to the late movies. That sounds like Melee. Mary Lord said Grenada had Esso, Shell, and Texaco. Each one had a gas station in most of the towns. Yeah, so that's it for the Facebook page. On the YouTube, we have Joan and Twine is saying, Reece, okay, you look tired. You look beautiful. Good night, everybody. In those days, all soft drinks were called cola. The bottles were either dark green or brown. And we have Deborah is saying Ebony Restaurant was the best in Grenville. So I'm going over to the We Culture platform now, and we have Emma Noel wants to know where is Romans Museum located. Patricia is saying good night, everyone. Reece, you do not look tired. You look beautiful. Godfrey, you sound tired. Looking forward to an informative night, but I hope we're doing you justice. Brungle is saying the name of the sweet drink was Vital. The factory was in Sky High, and the soft drink Vital. And we have Russell again saying Mr. Boson, he used to make furniture opposite Grenville Police Station. So that's what I am seeing here.
All right, yeah. I have a couple. Some of the things as the people as you read them, we see. Some of them came back to me. The store they mentioned opposite, I think it's Williamson. I think opposite the police station. Actually, my mom was trying to remember that name to the because they used to sell things like buttons and zip. You know, you're getting zip and button and all this kind of fastener. Right. They used to sell. Yes. Yeah. And the person who mentioned the ice. I think Doc somebody one of the gentlemen we spoke to told us about this split. They used to sell this ice. They had it in straw, a big slab of ice. So and because in those days, when people making ice cream and snow cone, you start to get your ice because you have the snow cone, the thing they shave off. Yeah. So all of these things. But let me just touch base here on the WhatsApp platform. Someone says Huggins once occupied the building where Coates is now. I can remember that. That was before Coates. But prior to that, we had those that we spoke of. Then there was a grocery shop that sold wholesale on Halifax Street. The owner was Evans. Someone says, good night, Godfrey. I would like to know if people back then used to wear dungaree and corduroy clothing. Because I know these clothing are... Wait. Did I lose it? Yeah, I know these clothing are expensive now. Well, dungaree and so... you had tailors that used to sew them thing. You go and buy your dungaree cloth, and you have Kichilo, Mr. Dana, and Uncle Dane. Good night, Uncle Dane. I know you're listening. they were the tailors around, and you know quite a few of them. Dude Z, Doc, you remember Dude Z? Hot chocolate, man. You must know Mr. Dude Z, man. You're muted. Yeah. So, right, well, apparently that's the same person making mention of Grenville being the cricketing, why it was the cricketing town. The building Django used to occupy, the windmill was directly behind it. Before Django, that building used to house Sea Haven Restaurant. Well, we said so. And someone said, remember before Simon horse racing, there was horse racing in Telescope. I know about that as well. They said Django had Sea Haven Restaurant. I'm not sure. I hope I get the name correct. Lal Bihassing Lumber Yard next to Pro's Mall Mall. That one is new to me. I don't know. But it's highly possible. Right, so that's it for the WhatsApp platform. So we're gonna open our telephone line is open, folks. So you can give us a call because we want to hear from you early. I know a lot of you they have a lot of information that you would like to share with us. So our telephone line is open. The number is 435-2041. So you can call and you can share with us any information you have about businesses that existed before and they're no longer with us. So let's go to the telephone. We culture. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening to you, Godfrey, and to your panel. I'd just like to say not that this business not in operation anymore, but it's on a down scale. Banfields be in town, right? Let me see, when you go right up Halifax Street as you turn in onto Go Street, right now is a Chinese store that is there. Banfield was one of the stores that you could have gone and get material as a little girl going high school and you don't have your button for inspection, you run down there and you buy a button and a pin for 10 cents. So Banfield is one of the stores I would say, well, it's not there anymore because right now it's more windows they're doing over in Tantine. Another place is also the Gale Supermarket. Well, right now I think that store is best for less on Halifax Street. That big store there is best for less. So the Gales was there for a good bit of years. That was one of the supermarkets we had in town permanently. And one of my places that I know I used to go and enjoy their burgers was Rudolph's Restaurant. Well, that restaurant isn't anymore on the Carnage. Right now it's cupboards that take up that entire storefront area. So those are some of the places, and not forgetting when you come down, I think that is Maloney Street, just before Hood's place where he do the glass, cut the glass, and so there's a little gray house. The lady there, she died a few years back, but she used to make a real good baked and fried chicken. I think her grandson also is called Shilling. But that was a real good baked and fried chicken. I used to leave high school without permission to go there and get a good baked and fried chicken. So those are some of the places that I know were in St. George, and they're no longer here with us anymore. Have a beautiful night, everyone, and a good weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, caller. Thank you very much.
I want to ask Doc a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see if Doc knows too. Doc, right. You mic on mute, man.
Yeah, Doc, you're muted.
All right.
You know, right by when the bus terminal is on the next side across it, somewhere across it. You know, he had a big record shop there. That was the most famous record shop in Green. What's the name of that shop? That's your quiz.
Yeah, well, I think I know this Rasta Harry used to have something close to them. They're not the same place.
No,
Rasta Harry, that guy.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, the record shop there.
Doc, oh God, what's up me now, Doc? What's up me?
Reece, you know the record shop?
Yes.
We are one with the answer for me.
I know about 2 record shops.
Which one?
That are not in business anymore.
And they are
Roots Rock. And turbocharge.
No, only original. Let me tell you. In fact, that man was very instrumental. They used to have a carnival activity in Tongue, where they had artists going around Chuck and so. And that is where, I mean, most artists are when they launch. Music City, man. Kesta.
Oh, yeah. I remember that name.
Scott, I remember that? Yeah, Music City?
Yeah.
That way you go upstairs there and you get that way.
You get all kind of hell.
You know how come that man that coming to him for the first time is sickity sick? Sickity sick?
Come on, Music City. When I turned big man and think Music City was there.
Yeah, music not so long, you know. Actually, yeah, Music City's been there for a long time. Long time. In fact, almost all, they were all Calypso years ago.
Yeah, it was said that Kesta and them used to be bad for Wizard.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you. Was it 90? What year Wizard sang When the Carnival Over? Was it 91?
Yeah.
91. Let me tell you, when they had that thing in the city, on the truck and everything. Them men they were announcing Wizard as in 1991 Calypso Monaco. Long before the match going on, and Wizard go in the park and Wizard Mama guy them and go and he do it, why you good at? Javo caught it.
No, boy, we said say them men, remember we said he come back and say, really, them men digging out here.
Oh, yeah. No, let me tell you, I think what happened that year, and I know we shifted. I think Wizard became so confident because, I mean, the whole agreed that was just, when that Carnival Over thing, I mean, it was just like a given. It's just that you just couldn't beat him, and I think that somehow. But anyway, so yeah, that was Music City. But I wanted to mention with Grenville, and as the caller had mentioned, the Gale supermarket. Now they had a the Gale in Grenville as well because they started up there and then they came to St. George's.
St. George's, yeah.
But where the Gale was, I think Co-op Bank was in that area there. You had Co-op Bank and you also had the Republic Bank of Canada. That is in that area where you have KFC and some of the stores there now. Yeah, that area. Yeah. So yeah, so and Bata was there. Bata was there first, and then you had Co-op Bank in that area and so on and so forth. So you had quite a bit of them around. Let's go back to the telephone and see who is with us. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hey, good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Yeah, there was after the field was upstairs on the street there, and then you had commands in other business places downstairs there too, like commenting from Tantin. There are store they sell goods and then downstairs with the city name days gone by. There were a lot of things, I mean, even St. Patrick, there was a gas station. There were two gas stations in Marais Junction. In Marais, in Godfrey had a gas station. Mr. Morial one, I think he was got burned down to a gas station too, I think, in any case too, in the 60s. Yeah, we got Johnny Anjo had a shop in Sotes. And a low opposite Mr. Glen Garage there. Yeah, there Miss Mildred. By the post office there, Miss Mildred there. Yeah, Miss Louis opposite the post office. Opposite Mr. Park, they had a lady called Miss Louis. I think what she name was on. She had a store too. He got other stores and things in the past. Granby had a brand new store. There's Granby store in Sotes. There's Kenny Larson and another store. I think it's still operating in any case still. Peter was but all them Tilaman in Sotes land Tilaman Peter's shop and thing in the dealers Sotes there. Because they are trash up right there. Now we used to go in the price of court in the days gone by and watch movies on a Sunday. Parrot and Catamans come up with a Delco and show movies in the price of court. all kind of movies, just name movie. All kind of bad Italian, Western, and Dracula. When you watch a Dracula movie in the days gone by from them places, when you go back home, you Friday go back home, you know. Because when you see them guys with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing and them guys doing in the price of Korea, when you go shaking, you kind of walk back to home. I mean, this was nice, but people who died, people never continue, and the family just left back. My auntie had a story called Hula Hoop Store up in Lamont there. Them went Trinidad in the only time gone by, they came back and they had a story called Hula Hoop Store. And I used to go and tell my uncle, you know, all over St. Patrick and them places, and them used to go and sell all in the estates. In them days gone by, you know. And a Friday and a Sunday, you want to sell all about the you have a car 1805, a Hillman on a car 1805, so you want to sell all about the place and thing, you know, all about the Green, all about the estate and things. People get paid on a week and a Friday. So we had all kinds of things selling. We had boots, we had all just name things from what they want. We have is still in the past, we have store and thing, you know. But people continue, people left and go in the past. It made Banfield store in town. She actually family to come and take over the store, the younger ones to take over the store, and they still didn't have time for that. So them plus club money go on the high down, but them had good quality things in any case. Banfield stores a quality store in town. Anything you want to get inside, the postcards, my Scott, all them places and them. I mean, it was nice, very nice again.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot indeed. Yes. All right. 435-2041. Reece, we have some more Facebook comments making reference to some more businesses.
Yeah, we have. We have Jose saying, no, sorry, I did this one already. Let me get this. I think I missed a few. Okay, so we have Phantom and his wife. Miss Mitchell had a knick-knack store next to the Nutmeg Pool on Victoria Street. Mr. Patterson had a drugstore on Victoria Street close to, okay, I think I read that one. Let's see. Okay, we have Barbara Thomas is saying Gail's Shoe Shop, Bata Frenchie's store, Mr. Island store, Nick's Frankie Restaurant, Whitey Lima Jewelry Store, Woodruff Store. These are stores that would have been in town. People are sending me messages. Hold on. Okay, so we have Sekou was saying Music City, that's Kester. Yeah. So he got it. He got that answer. Zavidi said Music City with Doc, upstairs Kumansing store. Intramaras, Pank's shop was close to Miss Septimus store. Carrie Grenade, Pitch Pine Bar and Restaurant on the Esplanade. Well, Pitch Pine Bar is no longer Pitch Pine Bar on the Esplanade. It's actually in the bus terminal. Who remember what the Esplanade was like before the mall? Yeah, and I remember the health center being across there as well. Let's see, we have Vicky Joseph had a store. Bikey? Yeah. Okay, Bikey Joseph had a store in Grenville. Jose saying, I don't know much of Grenville, but I can remember the Syrian store by where the buses over the hills parked. Seppi restaurant not so far. Then you had the dentist's office. When you're approaching Grenville from Simon area, the favorites Bata Shoe Store and the police station that remained in the same position up to now. I feel Jose trying to complain, you know. Barbara Thomas is saying Sears Electronic Store, Foot of Market Hill, Christian Bookstore, Ivan Wood, Sea Change Bookstore, yep, next to Nutmeg Restaurant, Granby Stone and Annex, Empire and Regal Movie Houses. Back in the day, town was beautiful, not anymore. So that's what I am seeing here. Okay, we have Jordan Twine saying there was a small store in Hillsborough Street called Satisfactory Store. Anything you wanted, you could get it at Mr. Ireland. He was the owner of the store. And on the YouTube platform, we have Brongal is saying, who remember James Min? Grenada Limited? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
James Mill, yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Also, Charles of Grenada, Bruce Street, St. George, that's where it was. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here.
All right. Let me just see what we have here. Ooh, we have quite a lot. Right, where the Gale was, that building was General Commodities. Do you remember the old health center opposite to where Arnold John store was? And that's by Bruce Street Mall. Also Miss Lowe on Gladstone Road. Yes, I remember that name. Huggins was before Coates on Young Street, and they had the main office upstairs, and downstairs the dress shop, record shop, and furniture shop, toy store, appliance store, and travel service. So that they claim that's where Coates is now located in Grenville. The term messages in relation to shopping is an Irish term. Don't know how it got here. Electricity changed the scenes of the small shops. Who in the past sold small items from large buckets, etc. Butter, lard, sugar, flour, and liquid sold by measurements. Clothing materials were sold by the yard. Persons purchased to take to the dressmaker or tailor for making their clothes. The complete scene has changed, mainly due to migration. People returning with overseas ideas. Right. Good night, We Culture team. Godfrey Scotty's was one of the early record shop in town, and before Rudolph's restaurant was a bank. I didn't know that. Someone says, since Wednesday night I started enjoying Week Culture with the guy who told you he went to Newlo and he cannot get a job. You keep telling him hush and listen to you. Anyway, that was a really sad moment. So, where the Gale was in Grenville was Barter Shoe Store. Where the Indian store is next to KFC was Co-op Bank. Where Mayfair store is, you had close to Coates was Miss Williamson's store. Where the post office is now was Miss Lowe's store. Alright. Gerard Smith Supermarket, now Bryden and Miners. Wait. The person is still typing. Right, your Bryden and Miners. Balgobin Disco, now Escuma. The Crucial Factor next to Scotia Bank. Some Ivan Wood on Gore Street, Minor Spices downstairs Town Hall, Morissette Barbershop, corner of Hillsborough Street. So those were some in St. George's. Good night. There was a supermarket on the Carnage where cable and wireless named Rock and Roll, owned by a Frenchman. And Nutmeg Restaurant, the best chicken snack ever. So that's it for the WhatsApp platform right now. So we're going back to the telephone, 435-2041. We Culture, good evening.
Good evening, We Culture.
Good evening.
I'm from Grenville. I distinctly remember Miss Daniel on the other side of the cinema. When you go to movie, you could get your bread and snout. At Christmas time, you could get your ham. There was an older lady that used to make blood pudding, Miss Charmaine. Doc on the other side, and we had Peter's Modern Photo Studio. Originally was started in Grenville. We also had Doc Sonoragoba that used to take photos in Grenville too. And our Walker Supermarket. Not too long ago we had Miss Benjamin Variety Store and Tourist Shop, that anything you want for somebody as souvenir traveling, you could have gone there. And I just want to throw out a little flowers to a gentleman that I saw distributing lunch for the homeless people in Grenville on Independence Day. Is a gentleman that he have his CMOS business, and I thought that was a very good gesture. And to all of those who really participated in the bread food, we must say thanks to Captain Bly. He did a wonderful job. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you very much, caller.
Godfrey, I was in that job.
In what? Giving out food?
I saw you.
Yeah?
When you're giving out food and things?
Yeah, I was part of the job.
Yeah, I saw your picture on Facebook.
Yeah. That man is my brother, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Very nice, man.
Man. Yeah, that giving out guy flowers. Yeah, that giving out carpets.
Never be a Zuki.
That don't give me. That nah. We gotta talk about that. Yeah. Hold on, how they call the place as you start Grenville, coming down from Tivoli, as you start Grenville. That is the first place in Grenville I ever seen Kaiser. How they call it?
Truman Tasha? Well,
Truman.
When you enter in Grenville?
Yeah, that kind of place they didn't know if the credit union eyes on them.
Oh, upstairs, Beehive? Well, yeah, that way Beehive restaurant was first. And the kind of the top. The top had the top is wooden, and below is a concrete foundation.
No man, I think you would be just concrete tree.
No. If you go in now, the top of it was it's wooden, board blue. I used to go by to Joshua all the time and eat rice and stew chicken.
But you didn't have a name there to call it?
Well, Beehive. That used to be Beehive restaurant.
No, not Beehive, man.
So before Beehive then?
They used to sing in Beehive?
I don't know. By chance?
It was a party place. They used to have restaurant and they used to have entertainment there.
In the bottom?
For me, I think it was upstairs.
And I was there. No.
But that Beehive, well, which other place?
I don't get information. Yeah?
Well, which other place talking about?
By right is that day I used to go there and sing.
Yeah.
Sing the good ones.
Well, that Beehive.
Hey, what?
What do you mean Beehive what? Beehive restaurant, not Beehive restaurant, not Beehive what?
Man, Beehive.
Before Beehive, our partner used to go sass, his name was Chang. I know they used to play real music of it, it can't be that, because it's a house. So after that, well, by a riser, no by a riser.
By the way, you didn't have to take a second break.
Yeah, we want to take it now. Soon as you agree with Beehive, you sing it.
Let me go take the second break, I'll go and find out.
Alright, so let's take the break, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
You can now send a gift card to your loved ones locally or internationally thanks to the food fair. Here's how it works. Click the gift card icon or banner. Customize your gift card by choosing from different templates, dollar amount, and personalized messages. You can also upload your personal design. Select Add to Cart and complete transaction. Allow relatives and friends to pick up an item or items at the food fair for the dollar value. Gift card. It's that easy.
We often take mobility for granted. That is why at the Grenada Physiotherapy Limited, we look after our patients' holistic well-being. We assess and treat from the simplest to the most complex complaints. Treating injury is not our only focus. We have a passionate team and a wide array of practitioners working together to assist you through that rehabilitation process. We offer a wide range of services: speech, massage and physiotherapy, weight management, cardiac rehabilitation, and much more. Call and make an appointment today, 435-8000, or visit us downstairs the National Cricket Stadium, gate 101-115.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Get ready for a season of Grooving Smooth and Live on GBN. Grooving Smooth and Live is a 1-hour performance gig every Thursday from 8 p.m. featuring performances from our local musicians and short interviews discussing all things musical. Every Thursday, a different musician and a different instrument will be featured, from the violin to the saxophone to the trumpet, guitar, and steel pan. Our local musicians playing, improvising, and educating us on all genres of music. Join GBN with host musicians Matthias and Shireen, and a special guest every Thursday at 8 p.m. It's Grooving Smooth and Live on GBN.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance from the maple.
Welcome back. Scholar, you find out?
Yeah, man, Canal Road Square.
How?
Canal Road Square.
What I just heard, eh? I thought you were talking about.
I tell you, I used to sing this, so what you expect?
Well, I just hear that you start to sing. Yes, I remember that. But I was thinking, but I was telling Doc, well fed. That building upstairs, upstairs, the restaurant. Yeah, definitely. Let's go back to the telephone. Let's take some messages and then we would go back to the phone. Let's see what we have on.
That was asked.
So we have Jose saying, I don't know much of Grenville, but I can remember the Syrian store by where the buses over the hills parked, Sevi restaurant not too far. Then you had the dentist office. Then when you're approaching Grenville from Simon's area, the favorite batter shoe store and the police station. And I read this.
You read that already, the receipt?
Yes.
Godfrey, there was a question.
Okay.
Hey, Godfrey, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. There was a question, what?
There was a question asked, where is the Rome Museum? And I think I just wanted to see it in Walker.
Yeah.
It's on your road. And somebody had sent some information, and I don't know if we mentioned it, our previous program, that is in Clancy Island. And it was saying it was a major entertainment in Clancy Island. I don't know if that was mentioned last time before. And St. James. I think the Clancy Island was a very much popular entertainment site in Brazil.
Yeah. That it was. All right. Let's go back to our telephone. We call Chuck. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
You remember Perry, right?
Remember?
He had a shop in town. They call it the Black Cat. There's a man in River Road that had it calling him Spree Man. Then we had Daphne. Then again a man that called him Mr. Evans. So you remember all this? Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. 435-2041. That's the number you can call and you can share with us whatever information you have. We call Chuck. Good evening. Hello.
Good night.
Yes, good evening.
What's we?
Yes.
Swallow going in place blindfolded. The blindfold him and bring him to sing because you know the name of the place. OUI.
I forget the name of the place, but I don't know the name of the place, no, I know the place.
But he after some climbing in place and he came to go inside, he climb in and go and sing, you know. So anyway, one of the record shops you forget is they had one called Toad Wall. That Toad Wall, that's when Mr. Wilson's store is in the way first look on my yard in the back there, the song. They had Toad Wall record shop upstairs, and then they had TikTok. That is Scott Street, TikTok record shop. And on Scott Street, sorry. That is Evan Ross. Remember Evan Ross, the auctioneer? That is his place. That is his place and record shop there. So.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much indeed. All right,
before you go, let me ask you. We can find. I listen to you on that whole time, and I can find nobody mention Kitty's Corner.
Actually, today
that was my fondest memories of Grenville, and you have 2 Kitty's Corner in Grenville.
Yeah. No, I was wondering because today I asked a gentleman about it, and he too was he wasn't certain. But you know where right close to the fish market. So that's coming from St. Patrick's side. There's a supermarket that has recently opened. I think it's Charles Supermarket. There used to be a store there, an Indian store, Syrian store. I don't recall if that was Kitty's Corner, but I do believe Kitty's Corner used to be on that street, what we call Center Street.
Yeah.
Right. So where Core Bank is going up there before is Citahal, Doc?
Yeah.
I think that area there used to be.
That is my recollection too.
I think that
as I say, I wouldn't vie for it, but that is my recollection. That's where Kitty's Corner used to be.
Yeah, I think so.
And you have 2 stores. You have 2 Kitty's Corner.
Yeah, but there was one in town too. You remember when down where KFC is now? I think that, if I'm not mistaken, was that a Kitty's Corner? And they used
Abu. Yes.
Well, Abu's on the other side. But then when they had moved from there and went into the Esplanade Mall, but I don't think they lasted very long. So I don't know if they I think they probably gone out of business.
Let me ask you also now, because I hear we mentioned bakery and things too.
Bakery?
I have some whole long-standing bakery and things. And I have a feeling that them bakery and them Bernie seems to be a good business because I find them bakery and them are longevity. Blue Danube still there?
On a very small scale though. Not as before.
Are they still baking in Blue Danube?
Yeah, but on a very small scale. There's a shop upstairs, so they do small scale baking and then they sell at the shop upstairs. They're right adjoining the supermarket.
But and guys ready to get a cake?
No, the cake for Doc? No, they will get a cake for Doc. No, they will get a cake for Doc.
All I'm saying is, and guys ready to get a cake?
Well, you don't need cake already, you could call it in. No, not don't get a cake for Doc. Blue Daddy doesn't sell that kind of cake. Blue Daddy doesn't sell cake with hole in it. That king don't call him like you. Actually, as you mentioned that, let me say good night to Mr. and Mrs. Claude Stewart. They're always listening. They are the owners of Blue Danube Bakery, and in fact, it was Mr. Claude Stewart who had asked me about the program for his sister in Edmonton. Yeah, so they always tuned in. So good night, Mr. Stewart.
Mr. Stewart.
Bakery conference ideal.
I would really like to ask Mr. Stewart how they arrived at the name. It's an interesting name.
Blue Danube.
Blue Danube.
Well, there is something.
Wasn't there something like a butter or something like that? No?
Blue Danube is supposed to be.
We're talking about this blue band butter.
Man, I think Blue Danube, the Blue Danube, I know there is a Blue Danube, which is a river somewhere in the world. There's a song about the Blue Danube, so I don't know where Mr. Stewart actually got the name from.
We don't say Blue Danube. We say Blue Danube.
Yes, Blue Danube. Yeah.
But we say Blue
Danube.
Blue Danube.
To throw that B between the.
Yeah, that real problems there.
Yeah.
That is problem. But it would be interesting to find out, how they actually got the name. Actually, listen, I just googled something here. I just googled Blue Danube. Wow. But that's foreign. I can't pronounce this word on them. But it's a musical piece by Johann Strauss II. I know that.
They are different Blue Danube to the bread.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I'm not denying that.
Danube is not blue, but Danube is the second longest river in Europe.
Yeah. There's a.
Well, that's different Blue Danube again. Just ask Mr. Stewart to tell us the origin.
Okay, let's go back to the telephone and figure out Mr. Stewart are calling. We culture. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Godfrey, the bank on the carnage where Rudolph was Chase Manhattan Bank.
Chase Manhattan, okay.
Chase Manhattan. And then you also had Royal Bank on the carnage where Dutch Plaza used to be by Food Fair. The Royal Bank of Canada Flying Turkey used to work there on the carnage.
Right. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All the best.
And the place Scholar talking about in Grenville was owned by a man called Benson.
Yeah, Benson, I know Benson. If it's the same Benson.
Beehive was done by Larry Joseph and them, and the corner by Bola there.
All right. Thank you. All right. Yeah, that was Mr. Stewart. Yes, let's take some comments.
Okay, so we have Anpe saying Bambuba, Amado, Charles of Grenada was originally where KFC is presently. Grenada Sunshine Raguba restaurant near the Deluxe Cinema, Grenville. Cynthia B, Chase Manhattan Bank, Barbara James Mill, Pressy Cold Store, Gates Travel Service on Church Street, BBC Nightclub, Island View, the Sugar Mills, Clancy Island. Wasn't there a top of the tongue on top of KFC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Scholar,
and here there was also Scholar sing there too?
Yeah, I feel so.
There was also Chase Manhattan Bank where Voyager is presently. Cynthia saying Go Street, Cicely Peter. Somebody's asking what's the WhatsApp number. I'm Godfrey. Rome Castle wants to know the WhatsApp number.
435-2041, but don't call. You will have to just send a message. You cannot send what we cannot take WhatsApp calls.
Jose is saying, I think one of the things about Grenville, it was a trading where boats like Onono brought down goods from Carriacou and Martinique, plus you have the traffickers that went and sell goods in Trinidad and return with cloth and food, grocery to sell in the market. So Grenville was cooperating what we call a WAF. Indra, I have another name, not Beehive. Have another name, not Beehive, Godfrey. Scholar referring to well-fed restaurants. Is that it, Scholar? Welfare restaurant?
Welfare restaurant, yeah.
All right.
Club that
then the photographer, Mr. Williams. Ingrid is saying Peters also was a photographer in Grenville. I think he's still there. Zayakia is saying good night. It's at a restaurant right by Bain outside Better Welfare. Monty Mills, Scholar talking about Mr. Bennett Place. Barclays Bank, Chase Manhattan Bank, Bank of Nova Scotia, Canadian Bank of Commerce in Kansas Hill, CNBC opposite the market. Jackie Williams, the only one I could remember in Grenville is a Beehive. Don't know about Welfare Restaurant. Grenada, Mr. Sobers was a wheelwright in the town of Grenville. Jose is saying Welfare was upstairs near to Bola Junction, where Wax Place is. There was a swampy area that had a Rosso, and Mr. Gerald used to fix radiators. Cynthia is saying Rudolph Restaurant came after Chase. Indra Maras, No Kitty's Corner used to be where Mayfair is now. Carrie Grenade is saying one was opposite the Y. There was a Singer sewing machine store on Sanders Street years ago. Intramas is saying Reece it have a bottle long ago. Okay, it have a bottle long ago. All right. It's Frank. Let's see. Blue Danube butter, that was long ago. Okay, so there was a Blue Danube butter. Glennis is saying 3 bookstores no longer in existence. St. George's, Coates Bookstore, Upper Lucas Street, Sea Change on the Carnage by Food Fair. SPCK Bookstore was opposite Personal Appliances, a furniture store. Also Talk of the Town, restaurant on Granby Store, Top Fashion Clothing Store, St. John Street, St. Paul's Supermarket on Grenville Street, Miss Cornwall Snackit and Marketer Supermarket in St. George's, St. James Hotel. Leon Cummins saying good night. There was a gas station in Butch Grove, also Esso gas station, and Mr. Raguba used to bring in all the Indian movies. Let's see, then we have Joan is saying if you needed a leech to suck out clot blood, you could go to Mr. Francis on Halifax Street. He was the brother of S.A. Francis in those days, Grenada's millionaire. Vashti is saying there was an ice cream parlor in the building close to a superstore in Grenville. Joan is also saying, Godfrey, by the end of the night, we will have named every business in Grenada. Don't you think? Can we come up with a new topic for discussion next week? Okay, so there you go. Yeah, that's it.
Right. Let's see on the WhatsApp platform. Let's see what we have here. Well, someone is making reference to Canal Road Square. Someone says where the cooperative bank now is in Sauters, there was the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Someone mentioned E.C. Franklin store in town and Canal Road Square. Pebbles Restaurant preceded the Gales on Halifax Street. Before the health center on the Esplanade was the Children's Theatre. Before Chase Manhattan Bank was City Pharmacy. And then someone else mentioned Freedom Street in Croshoe. Yeah, that was a disco. Right, so someone is saying, Scholar, Kitty's Corner was where Singer was in Grenville. There is an Indian store there now facing Miss Bell. And the other was where Anthony's now close to Tigers on Victoria Street. Where Blast is now, Grenville was Mr. Hamlet Grocery Store on Albert Street. So yeah, we were right about Kitty's Corner, opposite Miss Bell there. So that's just before City Hall. Yeah. So we get this one. We got this one correct. All right, 435-2041. That's the number, and you can make your contribution. We culture. Good evening. Hello.
Hello. Good night.
Hey.
What's it?
Good night. We there.
Well, just say if you are patient, you seen Ant's bed. You think he's now waiting? Yeah. Godfrey. Where KFC is there? There used to be the penny bank and then it come the cooperative bank. Yeah, and you say mother say Mr. Frank so was done by in the bottom side. Miss Frank store was up by Harry Walker and them up there. She was a tall man. Mr. Frank, he was our police. And he has Mark Quinn's dead house after they going down there. And then you have all Miss Lowe and them going down on the side there. You had a little old lady with a big Beffy man go through there. They call Miss Exilia. You couldn't touch the Beffy. And then right where Scala talking about it, that Bennett Place, Canal Road Square, and Benson is opposite Canal Road Square. This big 3-story building, Benson building. That is Benson there, and that is Bennett on the other side. And then you had Mr. Courtney on top by Benson there, where used to make the guitar and the furniture and those things and them like. You understand? And then you have Bola, and then Bola had a supermarket going down facing Ramdani down there. And, well, the fish market wasn't even up there yet. The fish market was lower down. And then you have all them stores like Miss Harvey, Miss Allard, Miss Bat. Miss Bat was facing the courthouse. And, well, Miss Bell, they still, Miss Ali, they still, Miss Benjamin recently closed down after with the pandemic day. I don't know what party my joke she told, so she didn't chat to go up in America, so she closed down the place. Because tourists don't think they're coming to buy nothing, so it don't make sense she opening it. You understand?
Susan, I want to ask you something. There is a building between Ari Walker and Ramdani. That big with some, long-term concrete. What used to be there?
Kalai Macandem.
Oh,
yes.
Alfred
Macandem is there. You have a small mall there now.
Kalai Mac.
Yeah, Kalai Mac used to have it.
What they used to do there? What used to happen there?
But he used to make, the time I know he used to have like, he have a bar there, and maybe he used to sell things to eat and drink, and I big boys and them come in there. Yeah, to me, like, how I see Kalai Mac maybe was a poor man, like maybe big shot. So majority of them guys used to be by, and from where Ramdani is there, go right down. Where Ramdani is there, the Lamwaya there. I think all there is Nayak and them going down too, you know.
I see that.
Yes, to retreat from the station where St. Andrew Thomas he was first. You understand? Not where it is now. Where it was first. Where it is now, like them Rainy and them place there. Some other place upstairs, where Ebony restaurant is there now. Some other big place up there with all kind of nice thing, all kind of Dunlop shoes and all kind of thing. I remember a man the Tifa shoes upstairs, Big Sam, and he did in the mud as he come down on the ground. So he said the police come, they go say they are old shoe. Yeah, and there's a little children with them Grenville selling me and them, and Sandra and them were used to sell in Grenville long time. Now you seen all kind of people selling in Grenville. Long time was me and Sandra and Teresa and them selling the groundnut and the skin up and the thing. And now we going down and wait for when bread and thing come. 2 car load of bread coming down. Before them poor people come out, bread done, you know. We have to send back up for bread again. But now you can't make bread now because that time you are in 2 cars to bring up like less than $100 worth in flour. Because in those days you pay like $16 a bag for flour. And in those days was good time. I don't think you have better time to come now. All the good time gone already.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Where they have this restaurant now? I think it's Hot Boy.
That's a Big Ben place.
Big Ben, right? What you used to have there again? And I remember you used to have, was that a restaurant?
Mr. Ogilvy used to be there first with a shop. Mr. Ogilvy was a fat red skin man from Ladig. You know Big, you twice to sing Calypso?
Yeah, I think I had the name before.
Yeah. And he sings where, I think he sings where Susan Gan, she got me that Babylon, but wasn't me. And he smiled still. Wasn't me. So, yeah, he was there. Mr. Ogilvy was there. Then Big Ben come back from America. And then his wife had a story. And then after he opened the bakery there. He had a bakery there before Errol and them come and have jam on the other side there. So, yeah, because we used to sell bread in Big Ben veranda. But you realize the business so nice with the bread there. We had also go on the other side of the road and sell, and then you open up. But he didn't have burgers. Because when we didn't get in flour, we could have get from him. Yeah. So, it was a cooperative thing, like.
Nice.
It was nice that time. Nobody was watching one another, nobody was watching face. Because we alone could supply Grenville with bread. We couldn't supply Grenville at all. Yeah. Although you know that little bakery, Miss Alga in Telescope used to come down, you know, and Miss, you know, lady in Grenville used to call Miss Sousin. Set, Mobia nice. Set, Mobia nice. Right in front of the police station. You put in ice in the glass, and you get in your Mari Beta. Anyway, good night, me calf girls.
All right, always. Yeah. Doc, you know, now it come back to me, Carl Mac. I remember fellas used to go there and talk politics.
That was like a hangout spot for a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I always get the impression, and Susan really described it, captured it nicely.
Yeah.
That they seem totally underutilized, but always a place of discussion and relaxation. Yes, indeed. There was this guy too, remember, I think he died now, Would Not. He used to have a place in the market. I was very close to the market.
Yeah, they're cooking and drinking and, you know. Well, that was our next place where they're going to talk a set of politics. When man volunteered, it's politics alone they're talking.
That was a politics shop.
A real politics shop. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
There used to be a supermarket on the corner called Percy. Percy supermarket, yes. Right, and where Scholar talking about Canal Road Square, that's the first place I see Beckett in Grenada.
Okay.
Thank you. And you come say night just
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. You know, Doc, we spoke today about the two nutmeg pools, and where you now have this is Kumar store. I think that area, and I think SAS was there at one time as well.
That was there, and we tried to get, well, why are there two nutmeg pools in such close proximity in the town itself? And the reason, the rationale was given that in one place they actually receive and process, maybe they dry and do whatever they had to do. So they would buy the nutmeg and process and do what they had to do. And then the other place, they would package and store. So it come from one depot to the next depot. But I find that the two places was extremely, large areas.
That's what happens when you don't have large pools, like, you know, the biggest pool in Grenada. That's what happens.
The biggest pool in Grenada is where?
Yeah.
the same place you had the first hotel.
I just ready to give up, you know. Scholar, they just sit down there and they just show off at us tonight. Everything you only hear about St. Andrew and St. St. David. And yeah, certain people are residing in St. David's. Not a thing about St. David's. Nothing about St. Mark. Nothing about Caracou and Petit Martinique.
Well, you see, not just that. Them man don't just talk about Grenville. Them men they talk about Tivoli. From the place, and people can start from people can talk, because let me tell you something. For I could speak things, Chantimel is a place. I could tell you that for a fact. Chantimel have the most shops per capita in the Western Hemisphere.
Joking, make it.
You're joking.
Not more than Belle Isle.
Right on La Poitrie or Granite Valley.
I tell you, there is no place in the world what are more sharp than Chantimel in terms of size. And that's a fact. You have some places in Chantimel, one little corner, have 4 shops. Yeah. And that's a fact. That's a fact. That is something that, Chantimel have 2 main shops. So you have, and I'm sure some, and people know that shop, and I'm from far and right here. You have Master Shop. Yeah. Master Shop become no kind of supermarket.
Yes, with Doris Alexander.
Nah, look, you know.
I never heard that shop, I want to chop my life yet. The only place I know in Chantimel is Frame, up on top of the hill.
Master Shop is a main establishment. People come from to buy Masters. Masters at a cinema too. I watch many come by Masters at a cinema. So don't vision in a cinema. And then you had a next shop. And we see the other next shop right in what I will call the capital of Shandimel. Shandimel is capital. So right in the capital in the road there, you had a shop that was owned by a fella from Guam called Dennis Maswell.
Okay.
You heard that name, Reece?
No, I didn't know about that.
Dennis Maswell is a very flawed character. Was a kind of, as a matter of fact, he was so flawed, they used to call him King Bluff. That was the name we used to call him. And you know when they say a man bluff, so you are a real old zest and gambage.
Flamboyant.
Yes, flamboyant. And he was a kind of man. Well, he wasn't feared, but he was well respected. I remember Maxwell, for example, he was doing a piece of giant up to his shop. And he had them fellas and them doing the work. It's not carpenter and thing, man not qualified to do the work. And when the men dig the hole, and they decide they run it thing. Yeah, Mars will come out and Mars will close one eye and he gains. The man uses spirits level. Mars will close one eye and he gauge and tell him and I go back and fix your thing. The men in question Mars will, they dig in because Mars will is a big man, well respected. The men dig. And when the men put the thing and the thing come out caboose. Maswell tell them, man, I don't have man, I don't throw you in
That's right.
Yeah, it's them. I remember that piece of thing stayed there. I mean, the piece of giant didn't finish, and it just stayed there until Maswell died, everybody died, and somebody else fixed up the place. But Shandimel has the most shops. You can put that down in the Guinness Book of Records. The most shops per capita in the world.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I still believe Bela had the most shops in the world.
Well, I passed through Bela, I passed through Bela, I see a shop there.
That what you see?
Listen to me. Bela have a set of grass, a lot of grass with sheep and things. What shop?
What do you buy? Why you know better? I'm telling you something. I'm telling you, Bela had the most shop. No. I agree with you.
Godfrey.
Hey.
I need to take a little time to make people from St. John's feel good to it.
On our next hotel?
So we are don't worry about that. So I just want to mentioning about where the most shop or whatever. And I don't say anything. Who talking about what is fact and what is freak and what is what? It just need them with that. But we know what we know. So we're talking about businesses that used to exist. Let's talk about Miss Fritter store that is opposite Old Public Works. Then we had Miss Flo opposite Lloyd Noel Force House. Miss St. John's store that is near the current gas station. That was Miss Auntie Leslie. That was a relative of mine. Then we talked about Bata last time. We had Miss Genesee shop that is opposite St. Rose. Mr. Mills, there where you could get anything from at any time. We had Miss Henny shop. We also had Nen Mimi, Sister Olive, Miss Joyce for Tamron balls. Then we had the Snow Ice, Big Snow, etc. Kang, opposite Shaper. We had Teacher Dean shop in Marigot. I tell all you how they going all over, eh? Marigot. We had
Snow Ice and what? Big Snow?
Big Snow, everything. You can find it. Yes. Watch now, we had everybody's every day. Teacher Dean shop in Marigot. As I said, we had Teacher Keffer Roberts in Granroy Junction. Then we had the Blues shop. Blues Concord Disco, the Blues Disco. Scholar, I know you sing there too.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a pharmacy next door to Chessman, and Scholar will be singing Chessman Disco too.
Yeah.
Right. So we had Seaboard Side away. Remember that the pigeon hole? We used to go there on a Sunday night. We leave in 5 o'clock. We go on bed to go to work Monday morning, and we good to go. Then we had Teacher Molly shop, that is opposite Medford, right by the gas station there. Then we had John Pipey, that was my great grandfather. He was a shoemaker. And Miss Violet, she used to do snow ice and fried jacks. Laugh again, everything. Miss Francis in the back of the RC school. And let's talk again about others now. L.A. Puzzle. He was a visionary businessman. He had a nursery on the estate in Pleasant, Florida. So estate workers, they used to bring their children to work and leave them in daycare. Then he had a shop on the estate, so the man used to make sure that they could choose their goods and things. And when he paid them, he used to give back his money. So he had kind of like a one-stop shop there. You work for me, you trust from me, and then when you get paid, I get back my money. Businessman. Then we had the McIntyres, where the old folks home is in go up there, Hillsview. That is where the that used to be theirs. They had a tire shop on the Loreto estate, where Florida School is now, and the housing development. And then, of course, we had the Dabrios. That is Minister Dabrio family and them. We had the Duncan Sawmill. We talked about that last week, and that was later extended to Seamoon in Grenville. All the things for people easy, we all over, you know. Then we had Ricky's Bar, owned by Lionel St. Paul. He also had businesses in Florida and Guava State, Waterloo. No, you could not party in Guava if you never party in Cocoa Grove Estate, right? And then yes, but something I wanted to bring up, we're talking about businesses that no longer exist, but there was also the transportation business. Transportation, Tibbs, Florida Pride 1 and 2, Comfort, that is big boat, content.
Reece, don't go there.
Reece, don't go there.
Rosie Maran,
You make the man,
Roses.
the man go to talk about story already, you know.
Florida Pride.
Reece, don't go there. Don't go there.
All that was businesses that exist.
No, they're not business, man.
I want to ask you,
They're no longer there.
Reece, I want to ask you something. You mentioned two things that I try to wrap around my head. The first one, Snow Ice and Pigstone, and then this is Snow Ice and Jacks. I mean, you're saying that among other things, or that was a combination? What are you saying to us?
So, I let the scholar answer that.
No, that's what it is to sell. One sells Snow Ice. One sells Snow Ice and Jacks.
You're telling me combination?
We friends.
Oh, Lord.
Friends.
So Snow Ice. You see?
Anyway, hold on. All they talk about St. David. So, in St. David's, Mr. and Mrs. Graves James had a grocery store and dry goods. And that's located opposite the Nutmeg Pool. That's in Taberhead. Then you had Samba's Disco in Rookin Junction. Then there was a restaurant in Malmont named The Antique, originally a guest house. Yeah, don't know that place. I ain't sure about that one. No, that one had me good. I ain't reading that one. I ain't understand nothing what they write there. I think it's maybe I'll mix up with it with some typos. Somebody talks about palms, but I ain't reading that. You see them talk about God. Anyway, they say Mrs. Edzilin Palmis used to have boiled eggs and bread. Well, I mean, that song I look better, scholar.
They're talking about Ethel Thomas. Thomas brother.
Yeah.
So you had a block presence and thing down there.
But guys, one of the first places I know is selling boiled eggs, Atwack family, no. I think it was like 25 cents an egg or something like that, boiled egg. But if you don't remember the Archibalds?
Yeah. The Gagan and them. Yeah, me wasn't safe from
So just like to say, because the two persons will get some of the information from is Larry. So Larry, we want to say thank you and Mr. Gibbs.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for helping us.
Yes, indeed.
Why is Larry so name Larry? The younger Larry.
Yeah, but Larry did not man.
Not man.
Original. I think he's the first man that started doing nuts in Grenada. Original nut man.
No, boy, the first man started doing nuts in Grenada was from Guam.
Jokimiki.
When Larry from Guelph? So Larry not from Guelph?
Larry from Guelph, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody say, for sure scholar and big shop, tell them, you have a place in Shantimel called Big Shop?
I mean, you have a shop in Shantimel, you have big shop, you have small shop, you have tiny shop, you have a shop, point, what? Godfrey and I not joke about it.
Yeah.
Don't come out of this thing out there, and start to get vexed.
By Bela go sharp that. Just as how, let me tell you, just as how Bela have more fish than guava and Grenville and things, just so Bela more sharp now. Not because, let me tell you something, not because all of us hear about Bela, I don't feel Bela is suffering.
Let me tell you one thing Bela do have.
What?
Snow is and big snow.
We are paying good.
You see a video like
Hold on. Let me tell you what I feel Reece like. Whole lot Reece sit down there, and she's scratching to get things. Because she realized, well, Grenville have it going on there. So she come up with this. She come up with
everything.
She come up with this big snout and stories. Reece, remember we do a program on false name, eh? Next thing we got to big snout and stories, you know. Don't forget to do Just so. We start to call you pigs and stories, you know. Anyway, let me tell you something. Yeah. We get close. Let's take the rest of Facebook comments there. Because I don't know what going on with stories and pigs now. Scholar, you call her SP. SP. I said big stuff. I don't find Doc looking pleased now. I don't find Doc. Doc give that kind of half laugh play. Don't try that, you know, Doc.
Don't forget the fried jack.
Let me take those Facebook comments.
So we have Eric is saying, I'm going tongue late, all I remember is Pebbles and Pastry Man. Jose is saying Mr. Mark Lawrence had soft drink factory in Grenville.
Yeah.
Grenada, Sunshine, we forgot Soval's restaurant, Grenville, where Superstore is now located. Then Jackie saying, don't forget about Sugar and Spice and Revo restaurant, Grenville. Yeah. Sunshine. Okay, Miss Frank was by Courts before going up by Baines. Christine is saying Blaze Bakery on Canal Road, and Mary Zoon Douglas from Paradise had the best bread. Intro is saying, who remember Toby reading his big Bible? Zayakia is saying it had a restaurant name in town called True Light. Was it True Light? CHOO? True Light?
Yeah, Chinese. You have to go in a little thing there.
Yes. Lal by Harrison Lombard was opposite Sugar and Spice. We have Jose saying just Sass Pool was once in the old Nutmeg Pool and also was in Timon's at once. Pocket is saying, remember the blacksmith Timothy on Griffin Lane on the opposite side of Wayne's Funeral Home? He made springs for all the big trucks in Grenada. Susan is saying Soval Restaurant, Django near to the car park, Sam Shoe Shop, the Corn House on Ben Jones Street, Paris Pharmacy next to KFC, Pank's Shop, the Drags Restaurant. Jose is saying, Reece, why are you so quiet? I think you need to start about Guav and that hotel may wake you up. Okay. Jose. Okay, right. The Drags restaurant was in Grenville next to Kumar store. Barbara Thomas is saying, you're right, lady. All the good times truly gone. Jackie is saying Miss Sam Shoe Store and Miss Ali Store in Grenville. Can't remember the name of the street. Ronnie Slinger, Carlisle, Mark had billiard boards. My father hangout spot whenever we came Labe on a Sunday. Jose saying, but recent, even though they talk about Grenville, but all of them still come up to Sotez. I don't know why Scholar end up in Grenville when they're coming down to Sotez. I don't know why Scholar end up in Grenville for real, for real. Susan is saying, Hola Supermarket and Restaurant, Kapalani Store was there. Courts Grenville branch is now, Courts Grenville branch is now. Also the same building once housed Huggins. Jose saying Scholar where Masters getting that film to show. Was it bonus? Who take the cut and give him showing with a flask, with a flashlight, sorry. Ingrid is saying Grenville is the best town after St. George. Where listen, somebody need to talk. Scholar, somebody need to talk to Ingrid, okay? Cynthia said, Mom's Morissette, all the crochet you need. Susan Clark, Miss Daniel, Pig Snout, and Snow Ice, opposite Deluxe Cinema. Okay. So, Miss Daniel had Pig Snout and Snow Ice opposite Deluxe Cinema.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
So don't worry, Susan Clark. Miss Daniel, and I know Miss Daniel was just here.
Yes, the good shop right there.
Miss Daniel had nice bread with
big stuff.
All you didn't know about the Snow Ice. That's what.
Yeah, but you see, no, we see it on that, and the Snow Ice was a separate kind of thing. But the shopping go up selling, the shopping go up selling Pig Snout and Snow Ice. That is a combination.
Susan Clark. No, let me say it. Susan Clark said, Miss Daniel, Pig Snout and Snow Ice opposite to Deluxe Cinema. Christine Smith says, Miss Daniel opposite the cinema in Grenville had the best snout and bread and Snow Ice. Watch me. Yeah, best snout and bread and Snow Ice. Two can be lying.
No. You have to understand the difference with that and Guav. Why is it that in Guav name Miss what? Miss Guinnessy? Or Miss Guinness or something? Miss Guinness? Is Miss Guinness or some kind of thing? She's selling
Guinnessy and this is
right, they're selling Pig Snout and Snow Ice. Right, that's that. In Grenville different. You see, in Grenville.
But we said etc. We said
No. In Grenville, in Grenville is individual items. So you have Pig Snout, you have bread. She's selling Snow Ice. She's selling that and all kind of thing. That different from Guav. Guav is a combination. Pig Snout and Snow Ice.
So Miss Daniel is to sell 3 items. Okay.
So
right.
Hold on, What I used to do with etc. I used to eat etc. or drink etc.
That was a sweet drink. That was a sweet drink.
All the other things is to sell like the etc. Right? Anyway, let me take those little comments. Cynthia is saying Morrison's Barber Shop, Hillsborough Street opposite the market. Dayakia is saying we had Mr. Pack shop in Sotez. We could have get everything we wanted. Jose, who got Reece started? No, I can't let that go on. Well, I have to start with Sotez again. The only thing we didn't have was hotel, but you were welcome in the house, and I don't have to for the services, so we had hotel too. Okay, so y'all had hotel too. Cynthia is saying Hercules Dentures shop in the same building as Morrison Barber's shop. Jose says Blue Danny cake was the bomb, as I can remember, with cream soda, sweet drink. Caribbean, Jamaica in the market in town. Nigel John, who remember John Smith's shop in Grenville next side the police station? All children used to scared to go there. We have a few more. Nigel John is saying, who remember Big Ben shop and bakery in Grenville? Jose is saying, great program once again, guys. Reece, do you know about Block in the ice tray? Of course. Nigel John Big T restaurant in Sotez was the best, lovely bakes and fried back and neck growing up. Jose said it was 10 cents for one. Yeah. So Cynthia said no. There were these were 3 of the items. So okay, so Miss Daniel didn't just sell Pig Snout, bread, and Snow Ice. She used to sell other things, the etc. She used to do the etc. too. So let me see what we have on the YouTube platform. We have Vashti saying Grenville had Phantom Modest, who owned a funeral home on Jubilee Street, and this Daphne Romney's shop opposite. Oh, Vashti saying there was this Daphne Romney shop opposite the Guelph Market. Yes, we did mention that last week. And let me see on the YouTube platform, we have a bit. Scholar is talking about Canal Road Square, Miss Midri Bakery in Paradise Stretch. Brongel is saying eat more pepper sauce. That is made from a guy from Paraclete. Mr. Morrison, Mr. Hamlet, Mr. Hutchinson, Miss Allard, Miss Frank, and Miss Myrtle at Paradise Junction, a store. And then we have what was form of this picture? Oh, Susan wants to know, and Susan wants to know what form was the pig's not sold in from by Miss Danielle. It has Miss Danielle she asking about. She wanted to know what form. Those are all that bad for Miss Pig, for Miss Danielle pig's not bread and snow ice. She wanted to know what form it was sold in.
No, she never said about Miss Danielle. She want to know? Miss Hennessy?
No.
What form Miss Hennessy is to sell?
I'm not Hennessy. It's Hennessy is my name. Rest in peace.
What form is Hennessy is to sell? She picks nothing.
I don't know. I don't eat pig's nut. I don't know how picking pig's nut. I don't know about pig's nut. So I don't know.
Anyway. anyway, PS. We all that time.
That was divine intervention. I don't want to give you talk about pigs and stories and Grenville full of pigs. Not that story. And I find the most pig farm I know is in Grenville.
Go have break all record. Them hotel is a sell that too. For the guests.
No.
Anyway, fellas, that's all the time we have. Look, we have folks. There are loads and loads of WhatsApp comments. We can't take all of them. It's just way too much. But definitely over time, we'll refer to them. We culture have a way of just reconnecting with things. So we thank you for all the comments and all of that. And so we look forward to come back with you next week. We're going to tell you in the week what we're talking about next Friday. So keep your antennas up and keep checking the Facebook page, our We Culture page, of course the GBN Facebook page and all of that, and the information will be there. Fellas, final words. Doc?
Let me just go first. Let me just say good night. Hope you enjoyed the program and hope you are prepared for the next one next Friday. Hopefully it will be as interesting or probably more interesting. Come prepared next time around.
Yeah.
You're here.
It's nice and big note.
Which one are you talking to? You or me?
You? We never sell those toys and pigs on Tivoli,
No, so y'all don't claim your parish?
Yeah.
Tivoli is like public in St. Andrew.
Anyway, tell us.
Anyway, St. man. Anyways, horse man.
Yeah, we say
it was a good show, and I did promise to behave. And I said, I was not going to take any bait from Scholar today, and he didn't throw any bait really. Yeah, he didn't really throw any bait. Instead, I juked the thing, and then he just turned back at me as neutral. I had fun. I mean, look at me. I forget I was tired. I'm really tired. I need to sleep. Right? So, I mean, kudos to you guys again, as usual. The chemistry. I don't know what We Culture would be without Scholar. And without Doc. And without leader Godfrey. I don't know what it would be without the three of you.
How you call me?
Leader Godfrey.
Right.
Yeah.
That was Liga who I find something better.
Leader Godfrey.
No, that was Liga who.
Liga who. Tonight he had me confused, you know. I don't know what's up with the headway. But I'm seeing from my vantage point, I seen the glasses like it's tinted. So I wonder what Godfrey trying to hide from tonight. But anyways, better lighting, so I'm seeing better now. Yeah. So I just want to say good night. Have a good weekend. I hope you all had enjoyed your independence and you had good oil down to eat. And you know, I'm eating oil down all up to yesterday. But yeah, it's all good.
So he's sick. You sick? Not tired.
No, I'm tired. Reverse me going.
Finley.
Hey. I'll be very, very great show next week. Please God, back again.
Yeah, we coming again. Definitely. Folks, thank you very much again, guys. Thank you so much. And let me just say in closing, you know, listen to the Independence guys, the competition and the thief. Have a good night. Until next week. To take care.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maple.